Okay, so now that you've installed all of your LEDs for all of the letters USA, it's time to test. And we're going to test each letter separately. Before you do that, step 15, you must solder shunts 1, 2, and 4. You've already soldered shunt 3. So let's look at that. Let's locate shunt 1, 2, and 4. If I were to look on the board, I have already soldered these. So here is shunt 1. This is the top of the board. All right. This is USA because it's backwards, right? So this is US and A. So here's shunt 1. You need to solder a little jumper across there, one of your resistors. Here is shunt 2. That would be the shunt 1 is on the S. Shunt 2 is on the U. You need to solder one of those jumpers. And 4 would be on the A, which is over here. Now, once you've done that, they're labeled. Once you've soldered that, it's time to test. Now, to make it easier on myself, I soldered a piece of metal or a piece of wire off one of my parts of my resistors laying around, and I soldered that onto the V negative pad. That gave me a nice place to grab a hold of, because what we're going to do is we're going to bypass the transistors. They've not been installed. We're simply going to jump around them and test each one of our letters. Before we proceed, it makes it easier to fix now. So, that having been said, I have plugged in my USB port, and I'm going to clip a jumper onto the negative lead. I'm going to turn my switch on just like before. One of the middle position is off. The up position is USB. Later on, you'll have a battery pack to solder on here, and so the bottom position would be the battery pack, which you don't have right now, but would probably go right here. So let's go up to the top position, and if you can see, I have my LEDs automatically come on the outside. I don't have them all soldered. But now I'm going to go test, because I only soldered a few on the U. So I'm going to come over here and test. The instructions say we need to jumper. This is 16. We need to locate the nearest transistor pad for each lettering, and it's going to be labeled E, B, and C. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to jumper to my C. I'll see if you can see that. So I have the U, some of the U soldered, so I'm going to jumper to the C. Remember not to hold it anywhere, randomly put it on the board. Simply touch it and make sure it begins to light up. So there you can see that I am lighting up on my U. So let's go up here a little closer. I'm actually going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to clip onto my logic board here. So now I have a grounded negative, and I'm going to go find the U solder pad, and I'm going to touch the C. What I've done is simply clip onto a pair of tweezers, so I have to keep my fingers out of the way so you can see the video. So now you'll see that that is lighting up. You'll repeat that procedure for the S and A. So that's the U. Let's go to S. To the little different place. I want to go up towards, I'm looking for EBC. There it is. So here it is, EBC. I'm going to touch that one. I don't have any LEDs soldered on this, but if I did, they'd be on right now. All right. So now I'm going to move on to the A, and located close to shunt 4 is the E, B, and C pad. So I'm going to gently tap on the C, and I should have lighting up here on that. And so that is how you test your LEDs. If all of your U, S, and A lit up, you are good to proceed to the next step. If not, you're going to have to begin troubleshooting those LEDs that did not light.